residents turn out for local elections and the voting referendum.
Deaf Awareness Week takes place across the UK.
This is Buzz News with your 1 o'clock bulletin. I'm Sophia Stuart-Clark.
And I'm Amber Phillips.
The motorcyclist who died on the A31 last Friday has been named. Royal Artillery Commando Warren Jackson was killed in a four-vehicle collision between Stag's Gate and the World's End pub. Tributes described him as a fun, dependable man with everything to live for.
Voters will today decide whether to change the UK voting system from first past the post to AV. Buzz News visited some of the polling stations in Bournemouth.
Under the current first past the post system, you vote for one candidate. The alternative voting system, however, would see candidates ranked in order of preference. If a candidate receives more than 50% of the vote, they are elected. Many will also be voting in the local elections today. Dorset residents gave their opinions on today's referendum and the local elections.
Sometimes you just can't be bothered because whoever you elect says one thing and does the other.
I always vote actually, and even when my children were young, I used to take them along with me so they could see that it was something that adults did.
In terms of AV, obviously, it's important that everybody votes for that because one way or the other, we kind of need to know what everyone thinks.
Over 100 charities have been raising deaf awareness in the UK this week. Nick Summers went to find out how the campaign is helping Bournemouth.
This week is National Deaf Awareness Week. We're here to find out why it's so important for young people to get involved.
We have over 9 million people within the UK who are deaf. We want to remove that barrier of breakdown of communication within the UK with deaf people.
Sonus is a deaf association located in the south of England. They've been talking to students at Bournemouth University to explain why learning sign language is important.
If you met a deaf person, we don't know how to communicate with them. We expect them to try and, understand what we're saying, and it would be nice if we could understand them as well and put the effort in.
This is Buzz News reporting on National Deaf Awareness Week.
A fire on Canford Heath destroyed an area equivalent to 15 football pitches yesterday afternoon. More than 60 firefighters and 10 fire engines were sent to the Heath Landing pool in order to tackle the blaze. The fire was under control by 4 p.m.
Bournemouth Council is planning to charge visitors to enter the Russell Coates Museum. Hannah Duncan and Sarah Peace asked residents whether they agree with the proposed changes.
The Russell Coates Museum, located on Bournemouth's seafront, has always been a unique feature of the town's culture and heritage. It was donated by Martin and Annie Coates and has always been free of charge. There are now, however, plans to charge for admission.
We brought the grandchildren and relatives, and they all love it. Really good. Yes.
We often have visitors and we bring them here because we enjoy the museum so much. We were surprised it was free when we first went, and it's probably one of the reasons it encourages us to go so frequently.
We haven't heard about those actually, but that's probably because we've got much program. Yeah, there's no time to go to a museum.
Final decisions will be made by the council on May 25th.
This is Buzz News. We'll have more at 5 p.m.